you have been created uniquely. You have talents, you have strengths, you have something to bring to this world that the world desperately needs.
StrengthsFinder started out with our admin team as a way to learn about each other, and it moved into our whole staff. And then we went to a retreat with Steve Gahagan where he helped all of us understand not only our talents, but then the talents of others and how we work in teams and that sort of thing.
But really great teams, you think about great teams, whether it's athletic teams or maybe corporate teams or organizations, rely on you, different people bringing their unique strengths to the table. If everybody's the same, you don't usually accomplish very much, but it's people bringing their unique strengths.
And lo and behold, he extended an invitation to my campuses to actually do this with students, and that's an absolutely amazing opportunity.
So the StrengthsFinder is an instrument that the Gallup organization has developed over decades of research looking into people's talents. And so basically when people take the assessment, they find out their top 5 signature themes. So you get 5 out of 34, you function probably in the top 10 to 12. You know, the odds of you having the exact same order of someone else in the world is like 1 in 2 million. So it really is an assessment that makes you kind of unique and distinct. And helps people, kind of understand, what they're really gifted in, what their strengths are, and kind of that sweet spot, that sweet zone in their lives where they can, work or serve. It's almost like in your brain, you have at least 5 superhighways, and that you just function so naturally in those that it's easy for you to function in a certain way that other people looking at you might like, how do they do that?
The students at our campus are all young adults. They're all aged 18 to 21. They are where they're going to be mentally, personality-wise, where they're going to be 20 years from now as well. So I think this is something that they can take right now and use right now. And I think knowing this at this early age, that allows them to see what they need to focus on.
My 5 strengths are an includer, a communicator, adaptability, positivity, and developer. I am very positive. I always have a smile on my face. Everybody says my glass is more than half full.
I think it's important to bring it down to a student level because, really early on, your perceptions of yourself have a dramatic impact.
It makes me think my goal really can happen because all this stuff is going to help me when I go to get a job.
At the retreat, I'm hoping that the students have an opportunity to learn more about their own personal strengths and then come back to the rest of the school and help them understand how doing something like this can help them in their future as well.
So Gallup says the myth is that you spend all this time focusing on your weaknesses. Gallup would say that we live in a remedial culture and we have a tendency to focus on our weaknesses and try to improve our weaknesses. And what they found is the greatest opportunity for us to really make a difference is by working within our strengths. They've done some studies where people who are good readers and people who are poor readers took the same kind of training. The people who are poor readers did a little bit better. The people who are already good just, thrived.
It helps you make decisions on what you want to be. It helps you tell you what you could be and how to pursue your strengths and not your weaknesses.
It is a great tool to help us understand one another. It's a wonderful opportunity with students to sit down and have a positive conversation about who they are.
It allows me to tailor assignments and presentations based off of where they are. It also gives me an idea of who's going to work well with a group, who isn't going to work well with a group, who, if we do have a group, who should be in charge, who should be the person who's gathering all the data, and who should be the one that's setting out the plans. And these sorts of things allow you to play into the person's personality as well as their strengths.
I want to be an elementary school teacher, and then eventually I want to be the principal of my own elementary school. And StrengthsFinders helped me discover this because it showed me what my strengths are to be able to be that teacher and be that principal.
When students are able to understand their 5 superhighways or their 5 talents, that means they can automatically start to invest in those things. And within the school setting, that means we have the opportunity to educate, to coach them, to work with them and encourage them to follow those. And then they can align those natural talents to whatever their college career goals are.
How many of you, when you took the StrengthsFinder, it printed out the results, you read through the descriptions, said, that is me? How'd they know that? I think the best thing about StrengthsFinder, I think it's a very accurate assessment. I found that in the dozens of people that I personally coach, that most people find that at least 4 of the 5 were like, that's exactly me. That's who I am.
It's the whole idea that we are going to help students understand who they are, and in doing so, they have a much better opportunity to prepare themselves for college, for their career, aligning their talents with whatever it is their goals are.
I mean, you're really, really fortunate to have a staff that's willing to make these kind of investments in you to focus on what you're really good at. It can make a profound difference in your life.